Right. Seated position. Have my blanket ready. Remember when we sit, modify if you need to, and sitting on the edge of the blanket always is a good idea. So have your comfortable seated position. If it's that with your knees bent, like I am now, this is called Sukhasana, easy pose. And bring the shoulders up to the ears and then so slowly release the hands down to your thighs or knees with the elbows in, guiding the belly slightly into the spine and lifting from the heart center. Now from here, please draw the chin slightly back and then towards your chest. You can have your eyes closed. You can have your eyes partially closed with the gaze towards the floor. That way you avoid any distractions from the room. Now we're going to work here first with the awareness of the breath, especially the awareness of the length of the breath, our regular breathing pattern, and how can we modify by lengthening the breath a little bit longer than that normal breathing pattern so the breath can become longer and deeper. We can bring the attention to that by first taking the time to notice what is the regular breathing pattern as you inhale and exhale. No modifying anything whatsoever. Just take your time, how many seconds the inhale takes, and how many seconds your regular exhalation takes just to happen there. In my case, I can tell that to inhale is about 3 seconds, and for the exhales it's about 4 seconds. All that without changing anything and that regular breathing pattern. So now when you have your number, we're going to double the length of that time. Double the length of the inhales and the exhales. So I'm going to go up with 3 seconds to take the next inhalation. And I'm going to take 8 seconds to go with exhalations. And keep moving the breath with this new length. And a few more rounds like this, slowing down the breath, slowing down the mind as we keep focusing on getting the breath longer and smoother. And with the next inhale, keeping that nice long breath, we're going to lift the chin up, slowly exhale and draw the chin to the chest. Inhale long and deep, open the throat. And slowly return the head back to neutral position. Bring both arms to the side, flex the elbows, place the hands to the back of the head, interlacing the fingers, elbows in, keep the spine upright. Exhale, chin to the chest, stretch the back of your neck. And inhale, bring the elbows out, arms to the side, down towards the floor, shoulders up, back and down. Inhale, neutral position of the neck. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. And inhale to the left. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the left. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the left. Back through neutral position of the neck, chin up, rotating to the right. Exhale to the chest. Inhale left and up. Same direction, rotating the neck and the head slowly in the nice big complete circle, mobilizing cervical spine. I'm going into the opposite direction. And return the head back, again back through center. Now let's have the hands to your knees, elbows in, arch the spine, open the throat like a cat-cow from seated position. Round the spine, elbows out, chin in, belly in. Inhale, open the chest, look up. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, arching and opening. Exhale, rounding. And a couple more rounds like this. One last. Hands behind you and do the crossing of the legs. Have your feet wider than the hips. Some windshield wiper movement here. Mobilizing the hip joints. And slowly drop the legs to one side and let's come to tabletop position. So have your blanket to protect your knee caps. Have your knees right under the hips. Let's start from kneeling in both knees. Top of the feet flat on the mat. And take a nice inhale. And exhale, place the palms towards the floor. Wrist right under the shoulders and the top of the feet flat on the mat to start. Take a nice inhale, then move the hips right to left, left to right. Going to the right, to the heels, left and slightly forward. Just rotating in that direction. And going to the opposite direction. We are just warming up the body. In this case, we are working, mobilizing the hip joints. One last round, rotating that and return back to tabletop. Keep the knees where they are. Let's move the spine into the cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, look forward. Exhale, round the spine, chin in, belly in. Inhale into the cow. Exhaling into the cat. And just keep moving the spine gently, rounding and arching. Time to mobilize the cervical spine, the thoracic spine, lumbar spine, all the way to the sacrum. Now we're going to round the spine, move the hips to the heels, elbows, forearms down, and then lower the forehead towards the floor or towards the block if you cannot reach the floor with your forehead. Take a moment, elbows out. Find the opening between the shoulder blades and stretching the spine in both, the muscles of the spine, both sides. The back of those muscles in between the rib cage. Nice, easy breathing. And slowly inhale, return back to tabletop position. Tuck the toes under and move the hips to the heels to stretch the ball of the feet, the arches, back to table. And exhale, move the hips to the heels and back to table. Just a few more rounds. Feeling the stretch where the toes are joining with the ball of the feet. And one more, moving the hips to the heels and back to neutral position, top of the feet flat on the mat. Now, extend the hand, right hand forward, keep the left wrist under your left shoulder, move the hips to the heels and lower the forearms and the elbows out. Feel the stretch happening and under your right armpit. You can also feel some on the outside of the right side of your rib cage. Nice, easy breathing, especially the upper part of your rib cage. It's a nice stretch here. And moving slowly, press to the palms and lift the head, chest, and back to table. Right wrist under right shoulder. Slide the left palm forward. Take a nice inhale. Move the hips to the heels and release the forearms, the elbows down, and the forehead towards the floor. Take a moment here as you breathe in and out. And just feel again the stretch under the left armpit, the upper part and the left side of your rib cage. Pressing to the palms, inhale back to table, left wrist under the left shoulder, and we are in neutral position of the spine. Now from here, place a weight on your right hand, open and twist to the left. Exhale, left hand down, same side, open and twist to the left, and exhale, palm down. Inhale, twist to the left and hand down, twist to the left, hand down, one more, open and twist to the left and left hand down. Now, place the weight on your left hand. Inhale, open and twist to the right. Exhale, hand down. Open and twist to the right and lower the palm down. 3 more rounds, twisting and mobilizing the spine, the rib cage, especially upper spine. One last. Open and twist. Back through center, neutral position the spine. Take a nice inhale. Move the hips to the heels and then walk your hands to the left side. Right hand on top of left hand. Forearms, elbows down, forehead towards the floor. There's a lateral stretch here and the entire length of the right side of your torso, all the way down to the outside of your right hip. Breathe and relax shoulders. Lift the head, chest, walk the hands to the opposite side. Left hand on top of your right hand, forearms, elbows down, and breathe here. Moving slowly back to center, tabletop position, tucking the toes under, pressing, downward dog, straighten both legs, heels towards the floor, chin to your chest, heels up and heels down, heels up and down, up, down, up, down, holding position as you external rotate the shoulders out, back, and down. Draw the chin in, strengthening the shoulders, the upper spine muscles, the biceps, the triceps. Take a nice inhale, and then slowly bring the hands towards the feet, walking the hands there. Take the blanket from the mat. Bend the knees slightly to hold from the opposite elbows to stretch the entire length of the spine. Crown of the head is pointing towards the floor, and you feel the space in between each vertebrae, stretching those muscles, breathing in and out. And then from here, release the palms down, rounding the spine, heavy arms, heavy head. We're going to come to standing position, Samastiti, shoulders back, down, lifting the shoulders, lifting from the heart center. Lifting from the heart center, the shoulders back and down, and equal weight in both feet. Picking up from the arches in case your arches are collapsing inward. Take a nice inhale, float the arms forward and up, move the pelvis hip forward, open the chest, and exhale, swan dive, hands towards the floor. Relax your neck, nod your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Bend the knees slightly, hands to your hips. Engage the core muscles. Lift the chest, standing position back to Samastiti, hands down by your hips. Inhale, float the arms forward and up. Move the pelvis, hip, chest. Arch the spine slightly back and exhale, neutral position of the spine, and exhale all the way down to Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Nod your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Bend the knees slightly, hands to your hips, engage the core, straighten both legs, standing position, hands down by your hips. Flow down forward and up. At the same time, you move the pelvis, the hips, and move the chest and the shoulders back. And exhale, swan dive, fall forward, hands towards the floor. And nod your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Bend the knees, hands to the hips. Activate those muscles to lift the chest back to Samastiti. Equal standing position, shoulders back and down. Take a moment here, breathing in and out. You're going to be standing facing your way. So with the feet a little bit slightly than your hips, we're going to just move the spine, rotating from side to side. Just swing the arms, bend the knees slightly. Nice rotation there. And back through center, shoulders up, back and down. Keep your left hand down by your left hip. Inhale, arm up overhead. Move the spine to the right. And exhale, release the right hand down. Same side. Inhale, right arm out. And the spine move to the left, hips to the right. And exhale, arm down. Inhale, hips to the right, spine to the left. Exhale back through center, leave the right hand down. Left arm goes out and up. Move the hips to the left, spine to the right. And exhale, hand down. 2 more rounds. Inhale, reach. Exhale, spine to the right. Back through center, 1 more. Left arm goes out. Move the spine to the right. Back through center and release. Both shoulders up, back, and down. Now the feet are right under the hips. Bring both arms forward. Right arm goes under your left arm. Flex the elbows, eagle pose on the hands. Elbows high as your shoulders. We're going to begin here by lengthening the spine and exhale, bend the knees and chair pose. Bring the elbows in. Inhale, lengthen the spine, straighten the legs, elbows high as your shoulders. Exhale, flex the knees, chair pose, elbows into the chest. Inhale, straighten and reach through the elbows. Exhale, flex and lower. Inhale, straighten and up. Exhale, flex and down. Inhale, lift, 1 more. Flex into your chair, elbows in. Inhale, straighten, separate the arms to the side in T position, hands down towards the floor, shoulders up, back and down, arms to the side and forward. Now the left arm goes under the right arm, and we're going to have elbows high as your shoulders. Take a nice inhale, flex the knees, elbows in. Inhale, straighten, elbows up to the shoulders. Exhale, flex and lower. Inhale, straighten and lift the elbows. 3 more. Exhaling when you flex and down. Inhaling when you straighten and bring the elbows high as your shoulders. 2 more. Back through center and do the crossing of the arms. Open the chest. Release the arms out and behind you. Interlace the fingers, straighten the elbows, move the arms away, look over to your left shoulder. Exhale, lower the hands to the sacrum, head back to neutral. Inhale, look over to your right shoulder, arms away. Exhale, hands down, sacrum, head back to neutral. Inhale, look over your left and back to the sacrum. Inhale, look over to your right shoulder, arms away. Back to the sacrum. One more time, each side, looking, inhale to the left. Lower the hands down, head back to the center. One more. Move the arms away, look over to your right shoulder. And release. Release the hands, release the shoulders, shoulders up to the ears, back and down. Now bring the right shoulder across the chest, up to the ears, back and down. Left shoulder across the chest, up to the ears, back and down. Keep moving and relaxing the upper spine, the rib cage, the shoulder blades. One more time, each side. Then left and back through center. Shoulders up, back and down. Hands to the heart center. Take a moment. Reconnecting back with the breath. Lengthening again, inhales and exhales. With the feet under the hips, inhale, hands together, open the chest into cactus. Exhale, hands together, lifting the heels up, heels down. Inhale, open to cactus. Exhale, hands together, heels up, heels down. Inhale to open, exhale to close, heels up and down. One more. Inhale to open, exhale to close, heels up, down, hands down, and have the feet wider than your hips. Shoulders back and down. A little bit more rotation and moving. All this is all about moving the upper part of the torso today. Shoulders, thoracic spine, middle back. Inhale, arms to the side. Take a nice inhale and lift slightly forward. Twist from the waist up. Right hand goes down towards the floor or towards the block. Twist to the left. Take a nice inhale. Lower your left hand down. Arms to the side. Engage the core back to neutral position. Take a nice inhale. Lead with the chest from the waist up. Twist to the right. Left hand down. Move the right shoulder back. Inhale. Right hand down. And out to the side. Engage the core. Neutral position. Inhale. Exhale. Move the spine slightly forward. Twist to the left. Right hand down. Left arm back. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Left hand down. Arms to the side. Engage the core. Back through center. Exhale, lead with the chest, twist to the right, left hand down, move the right arm back. Inhale, right hand down. Engage, arms to the side, back through center. One more each side. Inhale, exhale, lead forward, and then twist to the left. Move the left arm back. Inhale, exhale, left hand down. Engage the core, arms to the side, back to neutral. Inhale, exhale, lean forward, and then move and twist to the right. Lower your right hand down, hands to the hips, engage the core, lift the chest, and back to neutral position. Shoulders up, back and down. Right foot under the right hip, left foot under your left hip. Take a moment. Hands to the heart. Feel your breath. And lower the hands down by your hips. Let's come to the back of the mat. Right foot is going to be open about 35, 40-degree angle. And we're going to step forward with your left foot. So make sure that that step forward is not too far forward or not too close to your back foot. Adjust your hips, adjust your shoulders, flex your left knee and find that 90-degree angle on your left knee. Arms out and overhead. And as you exhale, bring the arms out and behind you. Interlace the fingers, lift the chest, and we're going to lower the spine towards your left side as you bring the hands up Engage the core and back through center. Release the hands to your sacrum. Inhale. Exhale, lower the chest and bring the hands up to the sky and engage the core. Return back through center. One more. Inhale. Exhale, move forward. Hands up towards the ceiling. And then slowly return back through center. Release the hands, arms overhead. Straighten the legs and release the hands towards the hips, shoulders up, back and down. Flex your left knee, both hands down towards the floor, and spin up the back heel and slide the right foot so you are in high lunge. More mobilization of the spine, the torso. Right hand down by your left foot, open and twist to the left. And slowly lower your left hand down as you exhale. Open and twist to the right. And exhale, right hand down. Inhale, twist to the left. And exhale, left hand down. Open and twist to the right. Exhale, right hand down. One more time each side. Inhale to twist to the left. Exhale, hand down. And twist to the right. And right hand down. Now slowly step back with your left foot to downward dog. And then walk your hands towards the feet. Slowly all the way back to the back of the mat. Rounding the spine slowly. Let's come all the way up to Samastiti. Shoulders back and down. Take a moment here to breathe. To slow down the breath, just in case your breath came a little bit short and or choppy this moment. And then let's rotate the left foot out in that angle. One step forward with the right foot, adjusting hips and shoulders in line with the front of the mat. Flex your right knee, find your 90-degree angle. Your left leg should be straight. And we're going to bring the arms out and behind you. Interlace the fingers, straighten the elbows, take a nice inhale. Right knee is bent all the time. Lower the spine, activate the core. Inhale, lift the chest, lower the hands to your sacrum. Inhale, exhale, lower the spine, halfway down, hands up to the sky. Activate the muscles of the core to lift the spine back to neutral. Inhale, exhale, lower, and the chest and hands up and overhead. Inhale back through center, release the hands, bring the arms overhead, and then lower the hands down towards the floor. Slide the left foot down so we're in a high lunge here. Moving the arms again and the torso. Left hand down by your right foot, twist to the right. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, twist to the left. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, open and twist to the right. And lower, twist and open to the left. And exhale, one more round each side. Inhale, twist to the right. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, open and twist to the left. Left hand down. Left knee goes down now towards the floor. Right knee comes to meet your left knee, and we're moving to child's pose. Take a moment, arms, elbows out to the side, forehead towards the floor or towards the block. You want to have a nice opening in between the upper spine, the middle back, in between the shoulder blades. You take a moment and breathe here. And from here, let's all move to tabletop. Move the pelvis, the hips forward, straighten the legs, and have the elbows right under the shoulders. The forearms are parallel, so are the palms. This is a Sphinx pose. But we're going to go up and down again to move that upper spine. So activate those muscles to lift. Exhale, melt the chest down towards the floor. Don't drop the head, keep the neck neutral. Inhale, lift, activate those back muscles. Exhale, relax the chest, drop it halfway down. Inhale, lift, engage those muscles. Exhale, relax them down. Inhale, lift, activate those muscles, and then slowly release. 3 more. At your own rhythm, lifting and exhaling, relaxing. Inhale, lift and activate them, and slowly let go. 1 more. Inhale, lift, and all the way towards the floor. Now, have your hands by your rib cage. Press the palms against the floor to lift the chest, the pelvis, the hips. Bend the knees and release into Balasana, Child's Pose. It's a counterbalancing the work, especially if you felt some restriction on your lower back. Child's Pose is the way to stretch it. Nice breathing. And lifting the head and the chest, dropping the hips to one side, the legs to the front. We have the blanket to place it on the opposite side so we can have our neck and our head comfortable place in that. Feet are wide as your um, hips. We're going to do a little bit of farmer's pose here. So we're hugging the legs and we're going to draw the chin into the chest. And as we hug the leg, we're going to hold one wrist. In my case, I'm holding my right wrist with my left hand. And then we have the feet slightly kind of together. And the knees are out. And we're going to pressing the outside of the knees with the inner part of your elbows. And we feel the opening in between the shoulder blades, the muscles that are in the upper spine, the muscles in between the rib cage and the upper and middle part. Just feel the opening happening. Take a nice inhale and then flatten the spine. Grab opposite wrist, take a nice inhale, round the spine, farmer's pose, and keep opening and just having that pressure against the inner part of your elbows with your outside of your knees. And it's just, to me at least, it feels so yummy, that opening in between the shoulder blades and those muscles kind of like moving away from the spine. Inhale, lift the chest, flatten the spine. Let's come again from here, rounding the spine, find our way slowly down, down, down towards the mat. Just take a moment there, rock your head from side to side. Any arms in T if you like. Some movement in your neck. Good. And now bring the arms up towards the ceiling. And we're going to interlace the fingers, turn the palms towards the ceiling, and just move the back of your shoulders away from the mat and soften the elbows, release the back of the shoulders down. And then again, straighten the arms and you're trying to touch the ceiling with the palms. At the same time, you are moving the back of the shoulders and slowly flexing and releasing. One more time, straighten and reach through the palms. Flex the elbows, arms to the side, T position, rock your head from side to side. And back, holding in position there. Relax the back, upper spine, middle back. And bring the hands down towards the floor. So the feet are wide as your hips. Perhaps you're touching your heels with your fingertips. Neutral neck, chin to your chest. We're going to go up and down to bridge pose with arm and neck movement. Inhale, lift the pelvis into bridge. Right arm goes up and overhead. Look over to left shoulder. Exhale, head back to neutral, spine down, arm down. Inhale, left arm goes up and overhead. Lift into bridge. Look over to right shoulder. Head back through center, spine down, left arm down. Inhale, opposite arm. Lift into bridge, right arm overhead, look over to left shoulder. Head back to center, spine down, right arm down. Inhale, left arm goes overhead, look over to right shoulder. Head back to neutral, arm down, spine down. One more time, each side. Inhale, lift into bridge, right arm overhead, look over to your left shoulder. Head back through center, arm down, spine down. Last one. Inhale, lift into bridge, left arm overhead, look over to your right shoulder. Head back to neutral, arm down, spine down, and then hug yourself. Bring the thighs into your chest, and then rock from side to side. Give a massage to your upper spine, middle back, lower back. Take your moment here. And release. Feet down and come into bridge to align your spine here. Make sure that it's nice and long, and then lower down towards the floor. Feet off the mat, roll over to your left side, fetal position. So your knees are in line with your hips. Your left arm is in line with your left shoulder, and your right palm is touching your left hand. With the next inhale, open and twist to the right. Inhale, right arm goes up. Exhale, touch your left palm with your right hand. Inhale, lift the arm up and then twist to the right. Float the right arm up to the sky and bring the right hand to touch your left. And just keep moving like this, 2 or 3 more rounds, mobilizing again, rib cage, upper spine, middle back, and shoulder. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and releasing. Now, right hands, both our hands together, and now we're going to rock the right hand forward, touching the mat, the floor. The right shoulder moves forward, that right shoulder moves back, rocking, so you're touching with your right hand the forearm of your left arm. Moving right shoulder forward, passing the palm, touching the floor. Rocking back the right shoulder, the hand is touching the left forearm. And just keep rocking forward and back again. A few more rounds, giving yourself a massage, moving shoulder, upper spine, rib cage, and slowly back through center. Right arm goes up, open and twist. Now bring left both knees up, lower the feet down, and then lift. Find yourself into bridge pose to make sure your spine is in a line. Now from here, I'm going to come this way so you can see me and not facing, my back is not facing you. So from here, now we're going to bring the left arm up, and then we're rolling into, into the right side in fetal position. Palms together, left arm goes up, open and twist to the left. Inhale, left arm goes up to the sky, and touch your right palm with your left. Inhale, float the arm up. Exhale, twist to the left. Left arm goes up. And exhale, touch your right palm. Couple more rounds. Gently moving the chest, shoulders, the spine, and twist. And exhale to touch. One last. Moving gently. And then left hand is touching the right hand. Rocking forward, left shoulder move forward, the left hand touches the floor. Now the left shoulders move back, the left palms touch the palm, and then forearms. Rocking forward and back. Left shoulders move forward, touch the floor with your left hand. Left shoulder moves back, touch the forearm with your left hand. And just keep moving 2 or 3 more rounds back and forth with the breath. Back to center, move the legs forward to the neutral position, so you are back in your back, lifting the spine into bridge to make sure your spine is nice and long. Lower your bridge down, hug yourself, and give yourself a little gentle rock from side to side. Again here, massaging your lower back, middle back, upper back. Just take a moment there to rock and breathing in and out. And slowly release. Take a moment. And place your left foot on top of your right thigh, holding from the hamstring or the shin. Let's do some IT band stretch here always. Hips are even, chin slightly tucked in, and you're breathing long, deep, and control as you open and stretch the outside of your left hip. Let go, left foot down, switch, right foot on top of your left thigh, holding from the hamstring or the shin. Close your eyes again, concentrate in that nice, long, deep pattern of breathing, slowing it down as you open and stretch the outside of your right hip. Release, let's come into the full happy baby. Open the knees wider than your hips, holding from the feet or from the ankles. Make sure your lower back is flat on the mat and the chin slightly tucked in into your chest. You can hold it here, or again, you can give a massage to the entire length of the back, the spine, and the back of the hips. And gently back through center, lower the feet down, bring the arms overhead, pick up the pelvis and the hips into bridge pose, and exhale, lower your spine down to the mat. Keep the arms overhead, inhale, lift into the bridge, exhale, lower it down. Inhale up, lifting the middle back away, and slowly release. 3 more. Inhale, lift, and lower. 1 more. Up, and release. Feet off the mat, hands to the knees, up and asana. Flex the elbow, thighs in, and thighs away. Thighs in and away. Just keep moving, few more rounds like that. Thighs away, big toes touching. Open the knees out and in, out and in. Few more rounds like that. Now sole the feet wide as your mat with the knees bent, arms in T position. Let's do some windshield wiper movement for a last movement of the body. Legs to one side, head to the opposite side. Moving gently the head and the neck from side to side. Dropping the legs to the left, head to the right, hold and breathe. Make sure you're releasing the muscles outside of your right hip. And just moving from side to side. Now the legs are staying on the left side, dropping to the left, head to the right, hold and breathe. Head back through center, knees back through center. Extend the right leg to the right corner of the mat. Cross your left leg over to your right ankle, right leg. Arms overhead, flex the elbows, grab your left wrist with your right hand. Inhale and exhale, move the spine. One lateral stretch, moving the spine to the right. And feel one more time that opening, stretching those muscles on the left side of the torso. Make sure your left elbow is dropping to the mat so your left shoulder is open. And just breathe here. Neutral position of the neck and the spine, and do the crossing of the leg. Left leg goes to the left corner, right leg goes over to your right left ankle. Grab your right wrist with your left hand, elbows stay flexed. Inhale and exhale, the spine moves to the left. And just feel the stretch in the opening on the right side of the torso now. And inhale, return the head neutral and do the crossing of the legs. Turn the feet out, make sure your hips are in line, and then arms are somewhere in between your shoulders and your hips. Palm facing up, lift the chest slightly off the mat, adjust slowly, gently the shoulder blades, the back of your rib cage, and the entire length of the upper spine, middle back, and welcome now to your final pose. This is what we call Shavasana, or corpse pose. Make sure you are comfortable and relaxed. Everything feels nice as you experience the entire length down the mat. Your eyes are closed. And as we're here, we're going to go back to that breathing pattern we created at the beginning of the practice. So if you need now to lengthening the inhalations for 6 seconds, just slow the inhale for 6 seconds and then exhale the exhalations for the amount of length that you need to make that exhalation deeper and longer. Just few rounds just like that. Lengthening, slowing your breath down, down, down. After that, with your eyes closed, after breathing long and deep, the muscles of the body, the entire length of the body must feel open and relaxed, soft. And just allow yourself to sink down into that sweet relaxation state where you can feel the entire length from the crown of the head all the way down to the sole of the feet. Melting down inch by inch as you release any tightness, any tension. Just allow yourself to come into a deep, deep and sweet rest. How slowly the breath becomes deeper again. And you're going to bring movement back to the body after resting the body there in stillness mode. You're going to rock your head from side to side, moving the neck, moving ankles, moving wrist, fingers, and toes. Take your time. With the next inhalation, bring the arms overhead and reach through the fingertips. Nice lengthen spine. And exhale, flex the knees, hug yourself, roll over to one side. And slowly the head comes last. Let's all sit together with the spine upright, comfortably, being aware of the entire length of the spine, especially upper spine, middle back, shoulder blades. Eyes closed, soft muscles on the face, and let's reconnect back with that breathing pattern. And we're going to lengthen the inhales for those seconds, maybe like I said, 6 or 8 seconds for the exhalation. And we're going to just keep going into this rolling breathing pattern, inhaling long and deep and exhaling long and deep. Just take your time, close your eyes, and just be aware, notice, and control your breath. And slowly return to your regular pattern of breath. Guide the hands close to your heart center in Anjali Mudra. And take a moment here to witness the mind, how the mind feels after having a moment here of just concentrating on the breath, watching the breath moving in and out in a smooth, controlled way. Full awareness of the breath. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And we are asking for peace, peace and more perfect peace. The peace we all need in our hearts, in our minds. The peace we all need as we interact with other beings through our daily lives. And we're asking especially peace, peace and more perfect peace in our entire world. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And I thank you all very, very much for being here today practicing yoga. Namaskaram. Thank you.